comedian, presenter, Doctor Who companion. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 things you didn't know about Bradley Walsh. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the most interesting and little-known facts about the life and career of one of the UK's most versatile entertainers. Number 10. School days. Bradley Walsh freely admits that he wasn't the most academically gifted of students, having reportedly earned the nickname Wing It because he didn't revise for his O-levels. Many of his former teachers have claimed they knew Walsh would become an entertainer though. His deputy headmaster wasn't so sure, however. Upon hearing that Bradley wanted to be a comedian, the deputy reportedly looked him over and laughed, to which Walsh replied, "See? I'm good." Nevertheless, his first job wasn't actually anything to do with entertaining people. He started off as an engineer after winning an apprenticeship with Rolls-Royce.
Well, it's a work ethic.
Amazing.
It's just it's a work ethic you were brought up with.
Number 9. The question setters target Bradley.
C. Dick by the bush.
Fans of The Chase will know that Bradders is never far from a fit of giggles. And the Tea Time quiz show loves to throw in the odd innuendo-inspired question to spice things up. The producers aren't only interested in getting a laugh from the audience though.
A. Dick Tingler.
Appearing on Good Morning Britain in 2016, Walsh reckoned that the question setters are deliberately trying to trip him up because A. he doesn't get to see the questions beforehand, and B. he's always one wrong move away from a laughing fit. It seems they'll stop at nothing to recreate this famous moment from Series 6. Number 8. A Weatherfield comeback could be on the cards. In 2006, Walsh won a British Soap Award for his role as Danny Baldwin in Corrie. Indeed, he credits the soap as being a turning point in his career.
Good shot, son.
After 2 years on the street, however, he left to pursue other projects. Fans weren't best pleased, but Danny's exit was deliberately scripted to leave open the possibility of a comeback. Speaking to Jonathan Ross in 2014, Walsh was non-committal about a return, but he has never truly ruled it out.
You never know the circumstances, you never know what's going to happen, so, you never know what's coming around the corner, other than more corners, that's it.
Now that he's travelled all of time and space in the TARDIS, who'd bet against him gracing those famous cobbles once more? Number 7. Law and Order and Luck. For 5 years, from 2009 to 2014, Bradley played the part of DS Ronnie Brooks in the British spin-off of the US legal drama Law and Order. The role eventually won him a nomination at the National Television Awards, but he considers himself fortunate to have landed the part in the first place. Delayed by bad traffic, Walsh stumbled late into his audition, gave a terrible reading, then babbled on about his nightmare journey.
I was told afterwards that I looked like a cop, so that I come back and have another go, and I read better the second time.
Fortunately, this turned out to be exactly the persona the producers were looking for, so he ended up being offered the role, before reportedly gaining a stone in weight to play the part. Number 6. He started as a supporting act.
And the management used to say, if you keep the audience, Brad, we'll be really chuffed. And of course, it sort of worked, yeah, and that's...
You did.
After completing that apprenticeship at Rolls-Royce, Walsh's path to stardom was a modest one. After being spotted performing in Blackpool, he was invited to the Des O'Connor show alongside Shirley Bassey. And he must have impressed her because she later invited him to tour with her. Walsh appeared at venues including the Royal Albert Hall, where he regularly performed to audiences of 10,000 plus. From there, his reputation as a 5-star warm-up act spread, with Tom Jones and Barry Manilow also hiring him to get their crowds going. Number 5, he's a nightmare to work with. According to Jodie Whittaker, anyway.
What can you say? I think it's better safer that way around.
I can say that Bradley Walsh is a nightmare
Yeah.
to work with.
We know that.
Officially on TV.
The cast of Doctor Who Series 11 struck up quite the friendship while filming, with Jodie Whittaker repeatedly claiming to have fallen in love with her co-stars. But despite Bradley being the elder statesman of Team TARDIS, he didn't always set the best example, like when he wore an unscripted wig while filming, or when he arrived on set admitting that he hadn't watched the sci-fi show since 1971. Ultimately, while appearing on This Morning, Whittaker described Brad as a nightmare.
You know, the support of the method actor Bradley Walsh, method acting being a 14-year-old boy all day, every day.
It's clearly all in good fun though, as the pair attended the 2018 BAFTA Awards together, where Bradley seemed on his best behaviour. Number 4, he used to be a professional footballer. Long before his Rolls-Royce days, and before he carved a career as a comedian, Walsh's boyhood dream was to be a professional footballer. And for a short while, he was one. At 18, he signed for then 3rd Division side Brentford FC, but he never actually played for the first team. And his career unfortunately ended prematurely after he broke his ankle a couple of times. His love for the beautiful game has carried on though, with Walsh taking part in Soccer Aid in 2006 and 2010. And of course, he even had a spell as a coach of the England national team, albeit on the silver screen in the 2001 comedy film Mike Bassett's England Manager.
No, terrible shape, terrible team, looking very bad.
Number 3, Bradley's bromance with Stormzy. As unlikely as it sounds, Walsh and Stormzy are mates.
I've got a couple of mates with me. Stormzy's here with me, man, that's all right. Stormzy, how are you, man?
In 2017, a chance meeting on the red carpet at the Brits prompted Walsh to jokingly suggest a collaboration with the grime icon. Bradley is apparently an admirer of Stormzy's work and even released a video on Instagram of himself swaying along to the rapper's music.
Shut up! Who is it, Joey? Stormzy, Brad. And shut up! Rack it right up! Let's go!
So when the two of them appeared alongside each other on the Jonathan Ross show, Brad seized the opportunity to serenade his friend.
Through the darkness you came, and I'll be alright.
This is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
The hilariously unlikely links don't end there though. Walsh is also admired by another Brit music legend, with Liam Gallagher once calling him cool. Number 2, he was the biggest selling debut artist of 2016. Forget Stormzy, Liam or anyone else, Walsh has won musical acclaim of his own after his album Chasing Dreams was the only debut record to be awarded a golden disc in 2016. His collection of classics earned various award nominations and even outsold first albums by Jack Garrett and former One Direction star Zayn Malik. Walsh reportedly laughed when he heard the news, though we're guessing that Zayn wasn't so amused.
You're outselling Zayn Malik, the former One Direction heartthrob.
Well, there's a lot of mums out there want a lot of albums.
For his second album, Bradley took the unusual step of running a poll on his website, asking fans to help him choose the tracks. It charted one place lower than his first offering, but was still a success. Number 1, he's got past links with Doctor Who.
1955? Elvis? Could we see Elvis?
I think he's in New York this week. I could give him a call.
Brad's now known worldwide as Graham O'Brien, but Walsh's work alongside Jodie Whittaker isn't his first outing in the Doctor Who universe. He originally featured in the CBBC spin-off The Sarah Jane Adventures and not on the side of the good guys. Instead, Walsh plays an alien identity that feeds on fear in the story The Day of the Clown.
Of all the things you have seen, of all the things out on the dark, you have fought. It's
It's me that lives in your nightmares.
The painted face of a clown.
In a somewhat satisfying twist, Sarah Jane Smith eventually defeats Walsh's villainous character with the sound of laughter. Even when he's trying to be evil, this comedian can't help but crack you up. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.